Hi everyone, thanks for being here for everyone. This is always a really highly anticipated weekend for everyone associated with the school. So the hard work that everybody puts into organizing it, to the people that come from near and far to participate. Some years we have more, some years we have less, but it's always nice to know that it's here and we're here, the school is here, and I have been tasked, well, for those who don't know me, I'm Gretchen Knoblock, I'm class of 1982, and I'm on the board. And Kate asked me to do the reading of those we've lost along the way, particularly over the last few years where we weren't able to have gatherings like this. So this is the first year we're getting back on track with the weekend that we normally have it. So we had a little bumps in the road along the way that COVID certainly didn't do a lot of us any favors. But so if you will all kind of take a moment to remember some of our Leelanau family that is no longer with us, but always there in our thoughts and the spirit. Carl Chris Anderson, class of 1947. Norma Armstrong, friend of the school. Art Baxter, former faculty and staff. John Baxter, friend of the school. Dick Budinger, a Leelanau parent, grandparent, administrator, and board member. David Carr attended 2008 to 2009. Dan Chamberlain, former faculty and staff. Carolyn Chorman, benefactor. Ralph Kindle Clay, class of 1952. Janet Condon, parent. Ken Crane, class of 1973. Spencer Depew, class of 2011. Mary Lloyd Dow Mills, class of 1955. Corky Foster, class of 1963. Andy Gillen, class of 1983. David Handy, class of 1959. Richard Helms, class of 1959. Chris Herwire, class of 1967. Creighton Butch Holden, class of 1966. Peter Holmstrom, class of 1947. Jeffrey Johnson, Leelanau parent. Terry Kelly, class of 1962. Louis Kamyafi, class of 1955. Jeff Catilla, former faculty, staff, and coach. Daniel Mahaney, class of 1949. Bob Maynard, a Leelanau parent. Suki McNutt, class of 1956. Sandy Mitchell, former faculty and staff. Bob Pierce, class of 1957. Ann Perkins, class of 1942. Charles Chuck Olson, former trustee and class of 1948. Peter Finney, former faculty, staff, and coach. Doris Price, benefactor. Emmy Rudman, class of 2000. Edward Buzzy Scott, class of 1972. Glenn Smith, benefactor and husband of Pat Alcom Smith, class of 1958. Peter Thomas, class of 2000. Wally Van Cleve, class of 1906, and the grandson of Skipper and Cora Beals. Rosalie Weil, benefactor and wife of George Weil, class of 1959. And Jan Ziedveld, student from 2010 and 2011. And most recently, just in the past week, we were all made aware of the tragic death of Stephen Flea Jackson, class of 1975. For those who don't know, he was attacked and killed by a bear on his property where he was building a cabin for himself up near Prescott, Arizona, and was an unprovoked attack of a bear. And his family has been so grateful for the outpouring on our Leelanau Alumni page, and so many people with memories and remembrances and photos of his time here. So hopefully our Leelanau family has been able to provide his actual family with some support and some great memories for his life and his time at Leelanau School. So those are the names that I have here. Is there anybody else who wants to remember anybody that we may have left off the list. Patty?
One of my classmates, Dolores Gilbert.
Dolores Gilbert?
Yes, Traverse City.
Traverse City, class of 49?
Yes. And then
Thank you.
Paula Gerber Worm, who's a class of my sister, 1950.
Paula Gerber
Warren.
Warren?
Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else have anybody that we want to remember? Jack?
Yeah, I'd like to call out, it's been a long time, but Daniel Lewis, who was a classmate of mine in 1983.
Would have been his 40th this year.
Ted Carmen.
And Dan and his sister were both students here, yeah.
Ted Carmen.
Ted Carmen?
Class of 84.
Class of 84.
Did you have Bob Amos, class of 72?
Bob Amos, class of 72.
Yeah.
Anybody else? So Kate has given us a poem here that we'd like to share with you all from The Summer Day by Mary Oliver. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean. The one who has flung herself out of the grass. The one who is eating sugar out of my hand. Who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down. Who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms, thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Thank you.